Indian elections are democratic or not. We get to read a lot of about unfair practices in elections. Newspapers and television report often refer to such allegations. Most of these reports are about the following: inclusion of false names and exclusion of genuine names in the voters list, misuse of government facilities and officials by the ruling party, excessive use of money by rich candidates and big parties, and intimation of voters and rigging on the polling day. Many of these reports are correct. We feel unhappy when we read or see such reports, but unfortunately, they are not on such a scale so as to defeat the very purpose of election. This becomes clear if we ask a basic question: can a party win an election and come to power not because it has popular support but through electoral malpractices? This is a vital question. Let us examine various aspects of this question. So, Independent Election Commission. A simple way of checking whether elections are fair or not, it to took at who conducts the elections. Are they independent of the government, or can the government or the ruling party influence or persuade them? Do they have enough powers to be able to conduct free and fair elections? Do they actually use these powers? The answer to all these questions is quite positive for our country. In our country, elections are conducted by an independent and very powerful election commission, EC. It enjoys the same kind of independence that the judiciary enjoys. The Chief Election Commissioner, ECC, is appointed by the President of India, but once appointed, the Chief Election Commissioner is not answerable to the President or the government. Even if the ruling party or the government does not like what the commission does, it is virtually impossible for it to remove the election commissioner. Very few election commissions in the world have such wide-ranging powers as the Election Commission of India. Election Commission takes decisions on every aspects of the conduct and control of elections, from the announcement of elections to the declaration of result. It implements the code of conduct and punish any candidate or party that violate it. During the election period, the Election Commission can order the government to follow some guidelines to prevent use and misuse of governmental power to enhance its chances to win the election, or to transfer some government officials. When on election duty, government officers work under the control of the Election Commission and not the government. In the last 25 years or so, the Election Commission has begun to exercise all its powers and even expand them. It is very common now for the Election Commission to reprimand the government and administration for their lapses. When election officials come to the opinion the polling was not fair in some booths or even the entire constituency, the order a recall. The ruling parties often do not like what the election commission does, but they have to obey. This would not have happened if the election commission was not independent and powerful. Popular support. Another way to check the quality of the election process is to see whether people participate in it with enthusiasm. If the election process is not free or fair, people will not continue to participate in the exercise. Now, read these charts and so the people participation calculate usually by voter turnout figures. Turnout candidates the percentage of eligible voters who actually cast their vote over the last 50 years. The turnout in Europe in the North America has declined. In India, the turnout has either remained stable or actually gone up.